You calling me, it is a blessing. These are the ways of the Lord. Tomorrow you see, okay? But don't harden your heart. When I call you, oh no, 5 minutes more, please, 5 minutes more. No. Okay. So, Solomon 7:7 says, I prayed and wisdom is given to me. You pray, you will also receive. You know, I wonder, we have so many talks, but have you ever had a talk on wisdom in any retreat? So this is where you are youth, you have a singing, dancing, clapping and everything. But that is not the reality of the life. All this is required. But now you are no more youth. You are already grown up. You have to live a strong life to face the challenges of the world. It is not everything a red carpet welcome. You will have terrific. I am not frightening you. I am just cautioning you. Sometimes people wanted to join in my ministry earlier. I said, what is your experience? Have you gone through a lot of problems? Oh, no. I had no problem. I said, then you are not fit for my ministry. If you have gone through problems, if you have had an experience of crisis management, then you are strong. Without that, it's of no use, because now when you come here, problem begins. So problem is not to be afraid of. Problems are given to us to get a more stronger crisis management experience. Your success depends upon and not because, oh, I had no problem, I had a very good family, I had everything very smooth. Useless. Then you are going to face more problem. How can you be stronger? You will be stronger only when you know how to conquer the problem, how to face the problem. You must have an attraction to problem. Where there is problem, I am ready to come. And this is also Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill say, when you see a problem, is it Napoleon Hill? Now so many writers. He say, when you see a problem from far away, don't run away. Go inside the problem. When you go inside the problem will disappear. The problem will become upside down. But when you see a problem from far away, oh no, that's a problem, I will go. Then the problem will run after you, run behind you. It's very common sense. Normally our thinking is, oh no, I don't want to get into problem, okay, I don't want to get into problem. We try to avoid problem. But that is not the Christian way. Oh, another thought is coming. Once a Hindu leader asked me, Thomas Paul, how do you say you are only 2% Christians here in this country? Why do you, these 2%, want all the 98% should come to your 2%? Why don't you 2% join into the 98%? No, that is not possible. But we believe all the 98% eventually join with this 2%. You believe that? Yes, I believe. Why? What way you say Jesus is different than other religion? What is, after all, every religion founder has got so many followers. What way Jesus is different than other religion founders? He will disappear in 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I have to answer this. Quickly, I got an idea. I said, it is only Jesus. He said, I have a problem. I have to go there. People are waiting there to kill me. I have to go there. What do you mean? I said, Swami, if you know somebody is, this is what? Bombay. You want to go to Pune, but in Lonavala somebody is waiting to kill you. Will you go that way? No. Actually, I will not go. But Jesus said, I have to go to Jerusalem because people are waiting there to kill me. Right? Correct or not? So then this man got into panic. He said, oh, Jesus knew that he is going to be killed. Not only he knew they must kill him. Killing was required because then on the third day, he said before that, exactly on the third day, I will rise again. Oh. And what happened? They killed him. And what happened? He was buried. Then what happened? Exactly on the third day, he came into life again. Oh, really? Then he must be truly God. This is this Swami, this Hindu, and said, then this is the difference. He did not go, he was not afraid to die. He was not afraid to go through the narrow way. He was not afraid to go through the passion. That is Christian. You know, I was 2 months back, I was in Rome during this synod, family synod time. So I decided to spend few days praying in catacombs and in Colosseum, and also the place of martyrs like St. Paul and Covadis, all these places. I hope you have heard all these things. You must visit all these places. These are good things. So these catacombs were the place where in the early Christians they had a lot of persecution. As an example, those time people were believing in pagan idols and they were forcing Christians to believe that. Otherwise they were terribly killed. And so, thinking about, I had a beautiful experience in St. Sebastian's catacomb and St. Cecilia. So Cecilia was killed because she did not accept their pagan god. And even at the time of killing, she was proclaiming, I believe in one God and three persons. And her fingers were like this. One God, in one God, three persons. His head was chopped off and his body fell down. His body was lying and his hands were still in this way. And her body was buried. After many years, that body was opened. It was uncorrupted, and even at that time, her hands were like this. One God, three persons. See, so this expression of faith, they died for that. They were so strong to accept all crucifixion and suffering. Peter was going away from Rome because all the companions, the disciples said, Nero is going to kill you. So you escape. He said, I know, no, you must escape. Then he said, okay, I will go, but nobody come with me, I will go alone. And when he was walking out of Rome, when he just crossed the border of Rome, he saw physically Jesus coming with a cross, carrying cross. And this is where he cried out, Oh God, Domino, quo vadis? My Lord, where are you going? And the Lord said, I am coming to Rome to be crucified. Oh Lord, no, please. I will go back. I will take up. I will die on the cross. That spot is called Covadis. And there is the footprints of Jesus. It is preserved now, but the duplicate stone is kept there. And then Peter got the courage, or rather he got a confirmation that he must die for Christ. And he said, Lord, don't crucify me like my master, crucify me upside, like this. So our courage is to accept the passion, suffering, but that is a wisdom. It is related to wisdom. Those who have wisdom will understand, this is the sure way to heaven. This is the sure way to unite with Jesus. Okay, I don't know why we said this. Why we said this? Why we came to this topic? Wisdom, all right. That is to accept the crisis management, problem management. So when normally our attitude is, oh, that's a problem, I don't go there. That means we are denying Christ. We say, Jesus said, if anyone wishes to follow me, first thing, renounce your own self and take up what? Your own cross. How long? Daily. Take up your own cross daily. We will talk this later. Now wisdom. I don't know why I am not able to continue wisdom. Either you are filled with wisdom or you are not liking wisdom. So let me compel. So here there are some few interesting points which is very important. In this Wisdom chapter 7, Wisdom 7 onwards, Solomon says another aspect of wisdom. See, very interesting, important. He considered wisdom. I preferred, word 8, please read word 8. I preferred her to scepter and throne.
I preferred her to scepter and throne, and deemed riches nothing in comparison with her.
See, correct. So what is your preference? Suppose you got a very big position. You may be chief executive officer. What do you consider? Is that is greater than wisdom? That's it. He, the king of Israel, he considered wisdom is greater than his kingship. That's it. And next, he considered wisdom is important than
and deemed riches nothing in comparison with her.
Yeah. Right up. Continue.
Nor did I like any priceless gem to her.
Yes.
Because all gold in view of her is a little sand.
See, these are all very difficult and challenging points. Today, our life is career oriented, position oriented, wealth oriented, health oriented. He is renouncing all these things. His position, career building, next is his gold and silver, and the next is health and beauty. And so
before her, silver is to be accounted mine. Beyond health and comeliness, I loved her, and I chose to have her rather than the light, because the splendor of her never yields to sleep.
see, suppose a marriage proposal comes. Did anybody think about that man whom you are going to marry, how much wisdom he has? Nobody think about it. We think about how much salary he has, what company he is working, how much money he has, what position he has. See, these are utter foolishness. And that is why after a few days the marriage broke, because you have not married that man, you married his wealth, his position, something else. You see, where are we? You just see what is the yardstick of our life. it is going more and more towards bad situation. Then we come to know there is no joy in marriage, there is not a problem. The problem began right from the time when the marriage fixed up. Think about it. You are all going to marry. Think about how much wisdom you have. For that you need wisdom. You should not be attracted by the worldly pleasures. You should not be attracted about his position, about his wealth, about his beauty, but about the wisdom. I think this is something good for you. But you need to pray for wisdom. So then when you meet that man, you must ask some questions to know how much wise he is. Anyway, it's interesting. Something happened in this house few years back. Like in that hall, I was conducting a big retreat for couples, here in Vinayalaya. So before that, about 5 years back before that, there was another big retreat in Bandra auditorium. It was a big houseful retreat, thousands of people. So one woman came to me and said, Thomas Paul, I want an urgent counseling. I said, okay, come. I have decided not to marry. I said, who told you? Why have you decided? No, that is my decision. I said, you have no authority to decide that you should not marry. Why? It is my freedom. See dear, suppose God want to make a saint out of you. God had a plan to make a saint out of you. What are you talking? I have already decided. Okay. I have not, just because you said I have already decided not to marry, that very expression itself is wrong. You are nobody to decide whether you marry or not. It is God's decision. God created you for God. God wants to create children out of you. Many children. There will be bishops, pope and holy people, even scientists. All these people can come out of it. Don't make me crazy. I said, I am not making you crazy. I am giving you. What is your age? 38. Oh, good. There is time. No, Thomas, I don't want to marry. Okay? But now we will pray. I said, when I prayed, I felt like this. Your father was an alcoholic. Yes, he was and he is. So all the time when your father was drunk and beating or shouting at home, you made a resolution, if this is the marriage life, I will never marry. Yes or not? Correct. Yes. That is the reason your inner mind say not to marry. It is not because the plan of God. You took a decision because of the circumstances' influence. Thomas, I have come for counseling, not for this. Okay? But now God is telling, your call is to marry. Very interesting. Sorry to say funny way, but it was a wonderful experience then. I had no time because so many people are in queue. I prayed for her. And after 5 years, I was giving the couple retreat here. The first couple I met was this woman with her husband and a child. And she said, Thomas Paul, do you remember me? I said, I have seen you. I am that woman who said like this. Then you said, your call is to marry. And you know what happened? This is that saint you prophesied. You are going, God want to make a saint. This is that saint. And she called her Esther. Her name was Esther. And she said, really, she is a saint. And now listen, interesting story after that. It's really interesting. And then she said, after that counseling, So I have a personal prayer leaflet. I did not bring. I will see how can we make it possible. That is a prayer to cleanse our old convictions, clean our convictions. Surrender our conviction to Holy Spirit. So at least I told her, at least you surrender to Jesus, surrender to Holy Spirit and ask her to, I am ready to do your will. And pray for wisdom as usual. And she said, after about few days, I was convinced that I must marry. And then I decided to marry. Then one day when I got out, this man coming to me. And this man, that is her husband now, he wanted to marry me 10 years back. And I said, no, I am not going to marry. He fallen in love with her and he was behind her, but she chased him away. She said, no, I am not going to marry. So this man decided, see that? He decided, if you don't marry me, then I will not marry. And he went to become a priest into the seminary. Only because he lost this love, so he became wounded. He said, I don't want to marry, so I become a priest. And 9 years he studied for priesthood. Afterwards, the discernment council said, no, you have no call, you have no vocation. The discernment priest said, you have no vocation. So after 8-9 years of priestly study, he came out. He came out with such, now what to do? I am not marrying and I don't become a priest. Then he is seeing this girl again and she is telling, are you ready to marry me? Imagine. And what? You are ready to marry? Yes, now this is who I wanted to become a priest just because you never wanted me to marry. And now they say I have no vocation. So now this is our vocation, and then suddenly they got married. Isn't it beautiful? How wonderful ways things happen. This is one counseling. One counseling. Beautiful. So these are all wisdom. Prayer for wisdom will help us to discern our vocation. I really amazed when I hear this, and she was waiting there to see me as soon as I come to tell this whole thing, Oh, interesting. Happened here in this Vinayalaya. So God's such ways are so mysterious, mysterious. Okay, so now coming to the last words in 7, not last word, these 3 points you must notice. These 3 points we have to make a note according to the present time. Word 8 says, I preferred her to scepter and throne, means position. Number 9 is, I preferred her than all gold and silver. And third is, I preferred her than all beauty, and that's it. Who is that? I think it was Bernard Shaw. Was it Bernard Shaw? A very beautiful film actress told to Bernard Shaw, I will marry you so that we will have a child with my beauty and your wisdom. and what she said, suppose if it is the opposite. So like this, some beauty. If you prefer beauty can disappear any time. Okay. So these 3 words are very interesting to receive wisdom. That means you must recognize wisdom is more than all this visible beauty. Wisdom is more than all this wealth. Wisdom is more than all the career positions. I am telling you, these things really needed for spirituality and our life. Spirituality and our life. Now, a very important point. Oh, he has gone out. He will lose this wisdom. Let him come. Now, verse 11 and 12 says, yet all good things together came to me in her company. See? So when Solomon sought wisdom, verse 11 says, come on. Yet
all good things
all good things
came to me
came
in her
to-
company,
See,
and countless riches at
this
her
is
hands.
this is a bonus. This is an attraction, correct? At least for that sake you pray for wisdom.
And I rejoice in them all.
I rejoice. Now there is a very important point coming in the next to it. Everybody pay attention and read it louder. I rejoiced in them all because wisdom is their leader. Now be careful, be careful. Read the next sentence. Though I had not known.
that she is the mother of these.
That's it. Though I had not known. Such a wise man is confessing that I had not known. What is that I had not known? She is the mother of these things. Now, so far, when I explained about wisdom, I hope you are eager to have more wisdom. For what? Then you can do many things very easily. Wisdom will help you, correct? But when you pray for more and more wisdom, you will understand much greater, that you will understand it is not I am doing things, but who is doing? Wisdom is doing. I don't have to do anything. Wisdom is the mother of these things. That means you have to be a pencil in the hands of wisdom. You have to be a pot in the hands of the potter. The potter is making everything. So this is the highest aspect of wisdom. You know, the Lord told me to make animation films. So I am also a film producer of animation films. I said, oh my God, how do I know all these things? But wisdom is the artificer. Today, if you Google Thomas Paul, you will find my productions. Or Jesus Wonder. Have you seen that movie? You have seen it. The best animation film for children. Jesus Wonder. That name, nobody in the world has that name taken. And recently, just 2-3 days back, a woman wrote from America appreciating this series of things. This is the best thing for children. Now my point is, how I know all these things? I know one thing, who know everything. Say that. I know one thing, who knows everything. So now I am writing script and directing a film. It is very special. It is Boy Jesus. What Jesus was doing as a small boy, you know. And when I pray for wisdom, it is not that wisdom help me to do it. Wisdom is doing this through me. Right? Am I right? Yes. It is not I am doing, wisdom is doing. So you see a little script that Jesus was helping Mother Mary and Joseph and all home, cleaning vessels and all the thing. So they have, I put like this, they have a poultry, small poultry with about few chicks and a hen. So when this hen and the chicks were playing outside, the mother hen got an intimation, what is that? Say an eagle is coming to attack. Then suddenly the mother hen made a voice. Then all the little chicks went under the wings. But one chick did not come. One chick is outside, not listening to the voice of the mother. Now this eagle came to snatch this chick. As the eagle came to snatch, to grab this chick, the legs of that is so near. But at this time, this little boy Jesus flew and jumped and caught this little chick into his hands. How is it? Saved this chick from the hands of the enemy. Is it good? That is my script. Now, to make this animation, we have to write the script, we have to make a storyboard, and then the drawing, everything will be done. It will take another 2-3 months. You will see in air this. So this is how I am sure the children will like this. And also the message of salvation is transmitted. Yes or no? The message of salvation is transmitted. So the wisdom of God will reveal to us so many things. I run a television channel in German speaking area in German language. But I personally, although I am working among German natives, but I have a translator. I cannot speak much German, but the Lord, through His wisdom, making me to do many things. I cannot imagine how God is doing these things. So what I want to say, a man who do not know any German language, the Lord say, you make a television channel for German speaking. What is my capital? Faith is my capital. Wisdom and faith. Now today this channel is online. It is known as 3LTV. 3LTV.com. Fully German. It is online. You can see all German programs. You must see the youth events there. We cover these youth events with 6-7 cameras and capture them. Wonderful dancing, singing, praising God. Even people are okay. So these things God will help us. God will do through us. So when the wisdom you get more and more, it is not I, it is not you who is going to do. Who is going to do? The wisdom will do it. That is what the meaning. I don't know whether you understand it. It's not easy to understand. But even Solomon understood this only after he received a lot of wisdom. Now another point I want to say, these are points which you will understand after when you pray a few days for wisdom. Okay? This, if you don't understand now, you will understand after you pray for wisdom. That is particularly about wisdom. As he said, how do we know whether you get wisdom? When you get the wisdom, only you will come to know. That is speciality of wisdom. You will not know unless you receive it. It is like you talk about a software. It is explained very well. But when you install it in your own computer, then only you understand it better way. Now, coming to the crucial aspect of wisdom. Very important aspect is 7:14. Oh, this needs a lot of explanation. 7:14 says,
For to men, she is an unfailing
she
treasure.
is an unfailing treasure.
Those who gain this treasure win the friendship of God.
Yes. Say everybody, please, everybody repeat this louder, please.
For to men,
she is an unfailing treasure.
Those who gain this treasure win the friendship of God.
So in Malayalam Bible says മനുഷ്യർക്ക് ഇതൊരു അക്ഷയനിധിയാണ്. അക്ഷയനിധി, unfailing treasure. In another way, it is an eternal treasure. It is an eternal treasure. So this is what we have to recognize. We normally think after our death as if everything is gone. No, after our death everything is going to begin. Now, our Christian life in its highest way works only after our death. That is why when Jesus said, unless the grain of seed, grain of wheat falls and die, what will happen? A grain of wheat falls and die, it will produce a new plant which will produce many wheat. So also a Christian life, now I am able to preach in Mumbai, but after my death, I can preach simultaneously from India, from China, from Pakistan, from all over the place. Now is St. Ignatius is doing something? Is he working? Mother Teresa is working now? Is Francis Assisi is working now? Why you are not saying anything? You understand what I mean? A Christian's real work begins after his death. So do you want to do that? So only thing you can take home is what is wisdom, because wisdom is a eternal treasure. Suppose you have a lot of gold, you cannot take it. King, emperor, which emperor is that? Alexander. When